Welcome to our first of a series of programs from TechWatch and Business Innovation. This first time we will talk about robotics. We all know about the industry robots, like the welding robot and other out there in the manufacturing. There are also robots for service jobs like cleaning, cutting the grass, and other time-consuming jobs. We also have the field robots, such as a car driving by itself without the human driver, but mainly today in military applications. And finally, we have the humanoids, robots with similarities to human and human behavior. Peter Nordin, welcome.
Thank you very much.
You are Associated Professor in Complex Systems.
Yes.
And you have been involved with robotics since 1996?
Yes, I've been working with artificial intelligence for 17 years and with smart robots since 1996.
Okay. You are famous for the two robots called Elvis and Priscilla.
Yeah, we built the first humanoids in Sweden. Elvis, which was smaller, and Priscilla, of this size, built around a plastic skeleton, so it's a quite big robot.
What's so special with them?
One of the things that are unique with them is the way they learn. They learn everything, so there's no human that has been programming what they do. They learn it from first principles, and with a method inspired by nature, evolutionary robotics, where they breed and evolve a behavior completely by themselves.
Why is Honda putting 20 years of development in this Asimo robot?
Yeah, Honda has invested probably more than 1 or 2 billion Swedish crowns, so 100 million or 200 million dollars into building humanoids. And one reason could be that many futurists, many researchers believe that the humanoid industry will be bigger or as big as the car industry. So maybe this will be the next mechanical industry. And maybe the car manufacturers are best suited to build them also.
Mm-hmm. And that is not only for building when you talk about manufacturing.
No, it's a humanoid has a life cycle similar to a car. It's supposed to be around for a long time. It's very expensive, probably as expensive as a car. And you need to have service, you need to have safety, and you need to build the right image, etc.
And distribution.
Distribution, yes.
And Honda is not the only one. I saw Toyota, Mitsubishi.
Right. Yes. So in Japan is, in my mind, quite way ahead of the rest of the world in terms of mechanics and in terms of seeing the potential of humanoids.
What do you think the humanoid can be used for?
Right now, humanoids are very expensive, several millions dollars plus. And they are still not capable of very much useful things. So they are bordering entertainment robots, brand building, and things like this. But very soon, I believe, they will do real important work.
In what sense? Where?
There are two different schools. One school says that robots will become less and less expensive, but start with areas where you can afford an expensive robot. So clean up nuclear waste or chemical hazards, go into mines, firefighting, and then moving down towards more service-oriented work. The other school says that robots will come into homes early as toys. And then first they do nothing of value, they just entertain us. But then they will grow in capabilities, and the entertainment robot will turn into a robot that cleans and helps us with certain. Last year there was the first time that service robots were more in number in homes than industrial robots in the industry. Mm-hmm. So they are in the homes definitely, and I have a vacuum cleaning robot, a lawn mower robot, and a lot of toys, but they are not really as useful as I believe they will be in the future.
What's the main problem with them?
I think the main problem is intelligence, and you are missing certain things in artificial intelligence today. You need reasoning to be able to follow a reasoning, and that's connected to understanding language and commands, to tell the robot, do this, but don't do this, it's dangerous. Then you need an ability to understand the complex surrounding from vision, which is difficult for a robot, very easy for humans, so we don't see the problem. If I look around, I can see chairs and I can see everything, and I know where it is. But this is difficult for a robot. I think these two are the main problems. And if they are solved, then robots can do almost anything.
So in short, they don't learn?
They don't learn. That's important. Yeah.
What do you think about the health care and hospital care?
Yes.
I know the Japanese are very interested in that area.
That's an interesting question, and I'm involved in research around healthcare and robotics also. And some people say it will be difficult for psychological reasons to have robots treating people, taking care of people. In Japan, it's another culture, and people view it, they view it as an honor to be taken care of by a robot. But still there are many things that a robot can do without actually taking the place of a human. Just delivering medicine or cleaning up garbage and a lot of other things.
Another thing that I often see in the Japanese view is to have some kind of personal assistant.
Right. That
the robot will follow you and help you with different tasks. Do you see that as a future too?
I believe that. And for many reasons. Everything from bordering an entertainment robot that you have in your home that flips around and tells you jokes and things like that, that is more like a sidekick assistant. Everything to a robot that does very useful things for you and can save your back by carrying your bags and remembering your appointments and all that.
Do you have some idea about when are the robot industry and the car industry equal or even outnumbered?
There is a report from Stanford Research Institute saying that within a decade from today, the robot industry will be bigger or as big as the car industry. And you can have different opinions about that, but a big change can happen really soon, I also believe.
Microsoft is in the business too now, since summer 2006.
Yes, and that's interesting, I believe, that major software players and such a huge company as Microsoft is taking on robotics in a serious way. And Microsoft has released for testing their robot software development kit. And what I see is that this creates an avalanche of people that now are willing to jump on the robot train, both from the software side and new hardware manufacturers. And for instance, robotic vacuum cleaning manufacturers, they adapt to the Microsoft interface and all that. So this is an interesting development that goes on right now.
Do you think they can put some kind of standards to robot software?
I think so. I think that's an absolute possibility. And people believe that the robot will be the main user interface for the computer in the future. And Microsoft apparently knows this. And it has been very catalyzing, the fact that now Microsoft goes public with their support of robotics. And suddenly this is not a science fiction thing anymore. It's something real, and it has speeded up the development a lot this autumn.
Thank you, Peter, for coming here.
Thank you very much.
From what Peter Nordin told us, we can assume that the robotics industry will surpass the automotive industry by volume. The automotive industry have the global structure needed, the manufacturing knowledge, the capacity to take advantage of this fact. So, will we see a Volvo robot in the future? Thanks for joining us for this time.